No, sorry, it wasn't 8 and 10. 8 and 10 is for this one. The last one was 7-11. Yes. No, no, the last question was sponsored by Slurpees. So 7 and 11 for number 2. This one's going to be 8 and 10, so if you want to write that down already. So 7 and 11 was the last one. This one's 8 and 10. The first one was 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so example number 3, we've got a square root graph. And we want to graph y minus 2 equals negative root 3x plus 3. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the 2 over to the other side. And the second thing I'm going to get you to start thinking about is whenever that special note comes into play. In other words, whenever you have a horizontal stretch, compression, or reflection, and a horizontal translation, which we do, right? We have both of those inside the square root. You always have to look, is it in factored form? And in this case, it's not. So we have to take one more step and factor out that 3. If I factor out the 3, it's going to be inside x plus 1. Right? Because 3 multiplied by 1 gives us that 3. And there's still the plus 2 afterwards. So when describing these things, this is a vertical reflection. What's going to happen is you're going to multiply y by negative 1. Horizontal, compression, because you're going to multiply x by 1/3. Horizontal translation, 1 to the left, and a vertical translation, 2 down. So we had to do a fair bit prior in this one. Yeah, it's 2 up. There we go. Again, see, I'm thinking ahead. Right? I should pretend like I was testing you, but I wasn't. Just an honest mistake. Yes, 2 up. So now that we've written them all out, we're going to take our points and we're going to look at which points would be nice to use as far as labeling them. You always, with a square root graph, will start with 0, 0, because that's your very starting point. So that one is a key important point. If I was going to choose another point, and I've got to multiply x by 1/3, is there a nice point that you could pick? 9, 3. Right? The square root of 9 is 3, so 9 comma 3 is on our graph. That would be a nice one. And in fact, those 2 points will be enough for us to do the whole thing. So we've got 0, 0, and 9, 3. We're going to set up something for our stretches and set it up for our translations. We have, with our stretches and reflections, we have 2 things to do. We have y by negative 1 and x by 1/3. With our translations, we have 2 things to do. We have 1 left and 2 up. Yes? Well, be careful here because these are going by 2s. Okay, this isn't 9 though, right? That's 10. So again, be careful sometimes with the notations or with the scales, because this point right there is perfectly at 9 and 3. But you're right, if you went to 10, it's a little bit higher. Anybody know the square root of 10 to 2 decimal places? It's 3.16. Very close to pi, but not. Anyways. So if we go through these points and say, well, what's going to happen? Well, multiplying the zeros is easy. Multiplying the y by a -1, x by 1/3, and then 1 to the left, 2 up, 1 to the left, 2 up, and we can label these points. So -1, 2, and again, be careful with the scale because -1 will just be halfway, and 2 is up 2. Why do they do that, right? -1, 2, and 2, -1. I'm going to put a little green box around this point, okay, because that's the key starting point. And that is right here, which corresponded to this one, so I'm going to put a little green box around that one to say, oh, that's where I have to start. Because with just those 2 points, you could draw it a bunch of different ways. And now that I know that, I draw the right curve through those 2 points. Can you see the vertical reflection has happened? Again, the compression's a little bit harder to see, and the shifts, they're not too bad. But that reflection is sort of a key thing for seeing what that graph looks like. What's my new domain and range of my blue graph? The domain, the smallest x value, is -1. So x is bigger than or equal to -1. For your range, there is no smallest y value because it goes down forever, but it does have a largest y value at 2, so y is less than or equal to 2. All right, I've already mentioned 8 and 10 for this one.